Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today I've got another Midori style journal to show you. It's something I just come up with, how I am. And anyway, I wanted to show it to you, and we're going to see if this works out. And of course, it's another cracker box. It's graham crackers. And I have cut it down to be 6 inches tall. And I think it's the whole box basically going across, but it measures 12 inches. So, and the spine itself is it's the width of what was already here on the box, and that's 2.5 inches. So then I took the other one that got cut off, and that's going to reinforce my spine. So I kind of try to rip that little piece of extra paper off. That's where they kind of double it over. And then I've got this. This is my little practice piece where I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do the Midori width and everything. And I've got this really thick elastic that we're going to work with today. And I think I'm going to try to do it in that spiral design like I did on the little cracker box one, the saltine box. We might try it that way. So anyhow, let's see what we need to work with first. First, I want to say thank you for coming to visit. Hope you see something you like today. I hope you give it a try. Let me know if you do. Give me a thumbs up if you really appreciate some new ideas. So what we have here, I've taken my pieces of paper, which are my tea-dye papers. And I thought, well, why not fold it in half and then fold it again? And it's like a little pocket already. Now we can get in here and we can glue. We can glue this way or we can glue that way and make us little pockets. But I thought this was a cute idea for every other one maybe, to where if you have a card or something you want to tuck in there, it might be bigger than the actual pocket size. So it's going to be fine. It will fit in there and it'll hold it and everything on your desk or however you want to, or where you want to put this. I'm not sure what somebody would want to use it as, but that would work really great. All right, I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going lengthwise first, like you would do it for your journal. And folding it in half. And then we're just going to go ahead and fold it again. In half again. And then that's going to make 5 for each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I thought that was the proper width that would be needed for this cracker box. Because if you're going to put journal cards or other cards in it, pictures maybe, you don't want to make it too big. I haven't even thought about a closure yet, tell you the truth. I just now thought of that. Whoops. Anyhow, it may not need a closure. If you don't pack it, it may not need it. I'm a big fan of policy closures, so it may be something we want to try there. I just don't know what I want to do with my backgrounds here. The one piece that looks like a football, that's going to be on the outside, I believe is how I was going to do it. And then the brick is going to be on the inside. So I think I've got all of my little papers fixed up here. So we're only going to have three Midori bands, I guess you'd call it. I've never done these before. That other one the other day was my first. I'm actually going to stick that on top of there and hold them. All right, now what we want to do is work with our journal. And I've picked these little guys out to be on the front. I thought that looked like a bunch of fun-loving little guys. They kind of remind me of my dad. My dad was a brick mason, so I had this brick that goes really well with this. So I thought, that goes good together. Let's use it. So, let me see. I'm going to use my little stencil here later. And what we're going to do first is do the outside of our box. So, what we want to do It's going to be a 12-inch wide. Perfect. I might have to trim just a little off the sides, but that's okay. I allowed for that. We want to, and it's a, I don't know what this stuff is made out of. It's like a rubber almost. I got it in one of those freebie packs from Hobby Lobby. So, I don't know whether to go down here with a pencil or what to use. Let's try. Oh, well, yeah, you can see it. Oops, I went a little crooked there. I'm going off the side. Okay, we'll do that because we can always trim. All right. And I just checked, and I've actually got enough that I can do probably another one with. Don't worry, I got the cracker boxes over there. I've been saving them. So let's go ahead and cut this. Take the sticker off. The Paper Studio football. I was right. It's a football. Alright, so let's cut this. Just go ahead and do it by hand. I'll have enough to do another one if this one works out right. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put this one over here and draw it too and get that one cut out. Then we can get all this excess off our counter. I wondered if I cut this straight on the bottom, but you always have trimming to do. So, you know, you could probably trim all that off at one shot. Oh, I think it's supposed to get cold here again tonight. Ugh. Then I think it's supposed to be it for a while. I'm so tired of the cold because my knee, well, it's not my knee, it's my sciatica. But it hurts every time. Oh, I might have to use the rest of that brick because I need it to cover my piece there. Oh, well. I can use something else. I've got some more brick I can use inside if I need to do another one. All right, we are going to go with fabric tack. Now, I could use collage medium, but I don't think I'm going to worry with that today. Actually, I need to probably do one side and go over to the other side. It's like going to the dark side. Oh. All right, get that on there as close as you can. Okay, get it down before it dries because that stuff is fast. And I'm going to do the little rub technique. Make sure you're straight, at least straight with your box. And then we can always trim later. Try to push it out to your edges. And you can see the parts that we'll have to trim off, but that's okay. That will come later. And I'm hoping this stuff is stretchy enough to work well with the spine. That's the only part I'm worried about, because I've never used this stuff before. Paper, yeah. Rubber football material, no. All right. Go. Had a little bit squeeching out, but not too much so far. Now we're going to do the last panel. Whee! I filled this up finally. The last couple videos I've been squishing it and laying it on its side and everything else. I finally got it to where it's got something in it to use. I love fabric tack. Oh, the smell is not so hot, but it's great for all kinds of surfaces. When something's not going to work good for your barely arts, then use some, use some fabric tack. Oh man, it squished out the side. I must have had a little extra there. That's okay, all you gotta do is wipe that off. And it gets stuck to you. Okay, one more good rub. Has anybody else been crafting lately? Anything good? Anything different? I did my challenge for our Think Outside the Box yesterday. So if anybody would like to see that, I will have it posted the day before this one comes out. Ugh, come on now. I want to trim this before I put the other paper on. So, let me go around here and get it right. Okay, we got that all trimmed up. I'll tell you what, that cracker box, it looks just like this this tone of this football. So you didn't have too much trimming to do, or if you didn't want to, you wouldn't have been able to see it. I do have a little bit right there. I forgot about that part. All right, now that's all trimmed up, ready to go. Now what we need to do is our inside. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. If I want to cover that and then recover this piece, or if I want to just put this piece down, and then I think that's the way I'm going to do it. And then I will have enough brick fabric. We're just going to put this down first. Well, let's try it that way. It can't hurt. This is like the mad scientist's experimentation chamber. I'm trying to glue my finger there. And we're going to see how she works. There. And try to get it dead center. Oop. Dead center both ways, sideways and up and down. Squish out your excess. There we go. I don't think I had much coming out, but it does push it out to your outside edges, and that helps. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and use and do a little fold and see how it's going there. It's folding really nicely, actually. That is nice. I like that. Ooh, I got a little piece there I didn't realize. Okay, there. Now. Okay, that's done. We want to put this piece on there. I think what we're going to do first is we're going to glue it down to that center. And then we're going to work our corners there. I've seen somebody else doing that before, and it looked like it did a really good job. So let's do that. Okay, put this down in the dead center, right there. I'm going to squish this. Make sure you're not hanging over. I'm a little crooked there, so let me straighten it a little, because I want it to go as far as it can. Yeah. And you have a little bit of wiggle room with this stuff. And it looks like I'm just over a little bit, but that's trim work. That's all that is, trim work. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to see about putting a little bit right up there to the edge of the edge of that piece that I put underneath. And I think this is how I saw them doing it. They were working it to where it's right there at that little cut to give it a nice fold. And then we're going to go and fill in the rest of this. I don't even think I'm going to do too much more to the decoration. I'm going to put those little guys on here, and I might put a little bit of something with them. A little bit of ephemera, something from Tim Holtz, you know. But that's about all. A little bit of extra. Now, always take and either wipe that off or have a little towel handy like that. Because depending on how heavy-handed you are, you might have more coming out there than you want. Okay. I don't want any to get on my surfaces. So I think we're good. Now you might want to bend it. Yep, it's bending nicely because of us going in there like that and giving it a good train. All right, let's try the other side now. Try not to put too much in there. Okay. Whoops. Not sure this one's the good one to do this with. I've got a rounded one over there. That may be the better way to go. Let's try that one. I got this with my score tool over there, and I used it for a long time. And I got this flat-sided one. I fell in love with it. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Okay. Let's get our goo-goo all over the place. And this might be all we need for that right now. Now, let's see what we got. Oh, I see it coming out. All right. Get back in there and train that a little more. Okay. And get up our seepage. There we go. Now, let's see how she bends. There we go. I think that'll work. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go offline here for another minute. I'm going to trim around the outside edge. That's all I'm doing. You can kind of see where I need to trim. And that's all I'm going to cut. Then I'll be back. I did want to get in here and show you that if you didn't have to bend these back really far, go in there with your X-Acto knife and go right along the top there to get that little extra sticking out. And you don't have to do gymnastics with your poor piece of cover here. I may do that all the way around. Okay, we have that working for us. And what we want to do is, I know I'm going to want to have a tie of some sort. So I'm going to fix this to where I got two little eyelets with a cord. And I think that cord right there would go really well. That or the gray. So we're going to find our middle right there. And that's where our eyelet's going to go. Going to come over to this side and do the same thing. And we just want to move in just a little bit so we don't have too much ripping. I know it's going to have a little force on it because of all those papers. So we're going to go about it this way and just double check. I'm going to go in here with my crocodile and I'm going to poke the hole. And then we're going to put in our eyelet. Whoops. That one was still in there. Okay. Sorry, I needed some tea. I needed a little sip of tea. All right, so we're going to put our little eyelet in here, and I got one that looks just like the red on the outside. How perfect. Okay. So now what I need to do is go in with my crocodile on this end and pinch. And it does the job. Alright, and again. Alright, and that, yep, that step is done. We don't have to worry about that. Now I'll have that to the side because next is my plan for the Midoris. I need 3 holes. And I've chosen to go like about this width from the top. Where's my let me figure out where I can erase those in a bit. I'm trying to figure out where this is at so I can go in the middle of it. Okay. Let me try it this way. That's not working too well. All right. That's the middle. And that's the middle. Oh, that worked out just right on that cement. Okay, so we're going to... That one's not in the middle. What was that? That one isn't either. Give me a minute. I'm having a rhoda moment. Okay, there. That is the center. Okay. me and my math lately has not have been cooperating with each other. Okay, there. Oh. So we're going to go with that one right there. And this one right here. And this one right here. So we're going to see if that is going to work for us. This one goes right here. That one there, and that one there. Okay. Oh, these new creations. All right, I need to go for the big one this time. And we're going to punch out these spots right here. I'm going to knock that out so I can see what I'm doing. And then all I got to do is do a little cut. Down into it, I believe. Haven't quite decided exactly what I'm doing. I guess I'm going to have to tie these in a knot. Okay. That one's a little off, but that's okay. We don't need that anymore. And what I mean is, I'm not sure if I'm going in with the cord and tying a knot. I think I said I was going to use this one, didn't I? Or how I wanted to do it. I'm going to cap my glue because I don't need it until I do the decorating on the front. So, am I coming in this way and tying it there? I thought to do another spiral like I did on that other one. I really like that. So, so it will go in, go there, go down, come here, and then come out that side with a knot. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see how it looks. I did wonder about going from here to there with it. That's holding pretty good. There we go. Let's see about that. And then I'm going to have to cut it off. And it needs to be elasticized a tad. Let's cut it right there. Oh. All right, let's try this. Spiral Midori again. You liked how I did it in the little bee one. That had those safety pins kind of giving it a tract. All right, so that doesn't look bad. And I don't guess it really looks bad on the outside. I just wondered about going up like that. I just might do that. Then that leaves me only one knot. How about that? Let's try it. We just have to get it a little tighter to where it will agree with us. There we go. I might actually have to see if I got a little extra give on this upper side. This is some good, strong elastic. All right. I need to give myself a little bit back. Okay. There we go. So I get my knot in there. Ooh. I like to work these things out before I show you, but it was such a new concept. Oh, okay. There we are. Now, let's tie that knot pretty good. We don't have to worry about coming through because it's a knot on the outside. Let's do that for now. I didn't really even waste that much. Okay, so let's try to give ourselves about the same tension on all of them. Okay. That one needs a little more. There we go. All right, now our pieces. I'm probably going to get in here later and do the figuring out of if I want to glue it that way or glue it that way. I'm just not sure. I will figure it out in a little bit. But this is so you can see what it's going to look like. And then we got a little bit of decorating for the front. Oops. I'm not even really sure where I got this. I don't even have a label on it. Whoops. It may have been a Walmart special. Okay, there we go. That is our Midori. It's got that one little icky up there, but I might have something I can do to that. Like a cap, a bead cap of some sort that might have a dangle off of it. You might see that in the picture. Okay, now I've got this for my tie. And then I have to do my little people. I'm going to do the silver. So we have... I'll go with this much. Just straighten it out. It's a little... It's been on this thing for a while, so it's wanting to train itself to be crooked. This is what I do sometimes. I just gotta where the bend is. Okay. That helped it a bit. Now we're going to go in this hole with this little thin guy and then thread it through. The easiest tie in history. I'm going to do that. That gives it a little bit of leeway. Okay. Now we have to figure out what we want to dress our little boys up with. I know we got to have a seat for them. And I'm looking at this piece that I pulled out from my last project. That's the top, right? Yep. Want to make sure we got the top. Okay. Just going to tie a little knot. Okay. That'll hold for now. We can always change that string if it's not going to hold because of it being that type of waxy kind of a string. Okay, our little guys are going here. And then I didn't know about putting some stuff. It has red in it, like under them, like that. Let me scope out some things. Okay, I'm thinking something along these lines. So let's take this off. I needed a bench. I like these collects too, so let's start putting this down and see how it looks. Thank all my subscribers and watchers and people for coming to see me. I always want to thank you. I really appreciate all the support. And if you have any requests or want to ask me anything, sometimes I get on here and I'll talk, and then there's sometimes I've done 3 videos today, so I'm not too talkative today at this point. But yeah, I'm always trying to do something a little different. I like these reds here because they kind of go with, the whole concept we got going on with the football and the inside with the brick. It's pretty masculine. And I think that looks like a chair. At least it's going to be a chair for me. And let's put this thing down here. And that can be right there. We have a few little goodies here. I didn't know where to put them. I like the private collection. I can't put that down below. Alright, we're going to go with it right up there. And then it's like right above the little boys' heads. I know I'm being squarey here, but I don't know. It's not too bad. Alright, where's their little behinds at? Okay. That's what we need to do. We need to figure out where to put the rest of our little goodies here. We could have that coming out up above them, so it's a little staggered, and it's pulling your eye up to that color. So we're always wanting to think of that. Have her colors traveling around the page. So we're going to do that. Oops. There. And we have another label, which I thought I could stick behind his head. And that pulls your eye to the other lined labels. I think I'm going to go with the distressed look on the outside. Oop. I put that right behind his head. And then we have this one, which I thought was a pretty brick look. I think I'm going right in between. So it's kind of layered right behind them. Like right there. And maybe we'll just cover this over here, and I might get one more. I love these little labels. Let's do this a long one. something that's got a different look to it. It's a little different, a little lighter, so that's good. It won't be so matchy-matchy. All right, now we're going to get our guys on here. Now, if you didn't know what I was using over here, it's Ephemera Pack Snippets Curator and the Ephemera Pack Field Notes. Those were the ones I was using on my last project. I love these things. I'm using them all the time. Now I'm going to glue all my little boys down, and my project will be done. I hope you give this a try and see if you can save a cracker box from meeting its demise and give it a new life. I like to try to figure that stuff out. We went to McDonald's today, so she got an apple pie, so I'm saving that little box. I've used those before, and the cookie wrapper, and I will find things to do with them. All right, we got to set our boys back down right there. No, he's not seated yet. There we go. That's perfect. Now we are done. I really appreciate you coming to see what I got to do today. And here is another look at it up close. That's the boys. This is our spine with the Midori spiral crossover, I'm calling it. And then when we open it, you'll be able to see our inside. I may think about pockets for the front, but here's my idea for those crazy little folded areas. See how it holds a little item inside there? That's kind of a different concept, and you can even write on it. You can write inside of each one. So it's not that you're losing any of your journal spaces. So I hope you enjoyed that and come and visit me again. Thank you.